I'm Ryan Sauerman, I play bass guitar.
I'm Matt Simon, I sing and play guitar.
I'm Jake Rayner, I play guitar and sing.
We're Downcast Theory and this is Project Greenroom.
Alright, so here we are with Downcast Theory in the abandoned part of the aquarium building. How does it feel to be down here?
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. Did some exploring.
A good
Yeah,
vibe.
very awesome.
Now you guys just released your self-titled second album back in April. How's the response been? It's been out for a few months now. You guys gotten to play some shows. Have you seen the fans react?
Yeah, the response has been really good. I mean, what's fun for us besides our normal crew in New Jersey is we've had, we have this whole New York crew now that's been really supportive. We had Kurt Andrews doing some pre-production. He's a friend and we've known him for a while and he knows the music really well. We were just looking for that outside opinion just to kind of get things in place before we really hit hard in the studio and start going after it.
Now, adding Ryan to the band on bass, what did that bring to the writing process that you didn't have, the first time?
Ryan's creativity.
I was gonna say Ryan being awesomely crazy and adding so much energy.
Ryan has a style that I've rarely seen any other musicians I've played with or watched, and it blew up our music in a way that it just made it evolve almost instantly. It worked out wonderfully.
Yeah, he wasn't content with being in the background. He's not a normal bassist. He wants to be heard, and we love that. We want, you can hear it on the record. We want that bass out there.
I think the great benefit is that I didn't just come out of left field. I was a fan of the band for the 2.5 years before I joined it, so I knew what they've done, I knew what they were doing, I knew the direction that they were going in, so it's a very easy transition for me to be able to be a part of all that.
Nice. Now you guys have been compared to bands like Seether, Blackstone Cherry. How does it feel to be compared to those type of bands? Are those, bands you guys listen to, or?
You can take the Seether one.
Not so much anymore. I mean, Seether was a big influence when I first started learning how to play guitar and singing, getting rhythms down. And they still are a big influence in how I write just because it's like the first hard rock band I started listening to. I mean, I take it as a compliment. It's people, as much as I don't want to hear that, people take what they recognize and say, oh, this sounds like this. So I was like, oh, cool, people can recognize it and relate to it, so they're enjoying it. Yeah. But we try to strive to be, to invent things and be Downcast.
Make that comparison almost kind of hard. Like it's, we want to have a tough time answering that question of who's because, but any kind of comparison to somebody that's been successful is
good news.
Well, yeah,
we're doing something right.
It's fine with us.
Now with this, in the past few years, you've gotten opened up for some pretty big bands. Adelphia University, you've done Circus Survive, all great bands. What was a highlight, maybe, from one of these shows? Was it that show in particular? Or?
That show was cool because we kind of got the unnecessary star treatment, so to speak.
The colleges,
yeah. They had the private room for us and all that stuff.
Free
and it was
food.
just a big sound check. On the big stage, the gates are set up. It was.
We had people bring towels to us on stage.
Yeah, it was very silly, something
Fuji water and stuff.
Something you could get used to, but it just seems so we don't deserve it.
Right.
Paramount 5000 was fun because it was Ryan's first Starland show where he wasn't in the audience; he was on stage. So that was kind of a defining Starland gig, and that was our first big gig with him. Outside of the normal bar A kind of stuff. So
right.
It was nice to get in front of a big crowd in a big place and be like, this is, who we are. We've changed a lot since you saw us last.
Now, talking about live show, you guys have been raved upon. What do you guys do to bring that live show? A lot of rehearsing or just, no?
Just letting loose. We're all very comfortable on stage. We're all very comfortable with what we can do. And we just go up there and we just have fun. It's natural.
Yeah, we don't go through any of the choreographed, we all need to do this at this moment,
right.
Which is fine because that stuff looks cool. It's just, we don't like to plan so much. We just like to
go with the flow.
Just go with the flow and kind of go nuts and do whatever. I mean, a staple of the show is generally at some point Ryan or Jake are off stage running around, with a guitar or a bass, just playing in front of people, and like that kind of spontaneous moment is always enjoyable for all of us because we're all laughing. It's like
exactly.
Yeah.
And the more you plan, the more opportunity there is for things to go wrong.
Yeah.
So it's very natural. We have an idea of what we want to do, and then we honestly just have fun with it.
Now the summer, today's the first day of summer.
It is.
Happy summer!
It's the longest day of the year.
Summer.
It's the longest day of the year. You got a whole summer ahead of you. What's the plan for the summer?
That's a good question. We're trying to figure some stuff out. We've got some stuff brewing for August that we're going to see if that pans out. We've got some shows in the works. We're definitely going to try to hit New York again before the summer's up. Mm-hmm. We're just going to try to keep busy and, push the record and, just continue to enjoy.
Now, when you guys started back in 2007, almost 4 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, we're getting close.
3.5, 4 years ago.
4, yeah.
It seems crazy. I mean, it's only been 4 years, but so much has changed in the business. Like, there wasn't Twitter in 2007, or if there was, no one even, But now you have to do everything.
Yeah.
How I mean, starting the band now till then, like, what are some wow, what the hell? Like, what has changed? I mean,
I think when we started, we didn't care. Like, it was MySpace and that was it, and it was so easy to just be like, hey, we got a page.
yeah.
We were also learning about like the business and the industry aspect.
Yeah.
We didn't know a lot like we do now. So there were times where we were getting screwed over by promoters and stuff, and we were just like, "Wait, how did that happen?" And now we catch it immediately and we learn from it. So
you look back and you're like, maybe we weren't screwed. Maybe we just don't get it. You learn. It was really the first, I'll put in quotes, like real band that we were all in. Like everyone kind of fiddled with stuff. This is the first time going out and gigging and pushing a record or merch.
even having a record.
Yeah, it's just so different. So we were clueless in a time where everything was changing. So it was just like we didn't know what to do. And then to now where we have a website and Facebook and Twitter and
Reverb Nation,
right, Reverb
YouTube,
Nation, everything you could possibly put music on because you're competing with millions who can.
Don't we have like an iPod app? I mean, an iPod app.
Yeah, we have an iPhone.
App.
We have an iPhone app, which probably like maybe 10 people have on their iPhone. It's like
I get it.
You don't know what medium's going to be the right one that's going to help you, so you attack everything, I guess. You watch other bands on the scene, and you figure out what works, what doesn't. Who's a serious band right now and why, and then you just kind of
always taking notes.
You have to study what everyone else is doing. And it's, the lineup's definitely final, and the lineup change we had wasn't so much a matter of these were the things we were doing wrong. It was just it just felt like there was something that wasn't there, like we were missing something, and and then here we are.
And it's not like you're going to stop making mistakes either. You're
Yeah.
going to continue to make mistakes. You just have to learn from them through experience.
I mean, we're still learning. Like our last show, after our practice before our last show, after our last show, we said, all right, what can we do differently? Like, how can we change our angles a little bit, just to make us seem different, even though we're still the same band, we're still doing the same styles, we're still working with what works. What can we make seem different so we attract people to come to our shows?
Keep it fresh.
Keep it fresh. Like we're trying to do the Grateful Dead thing where our sets are different every single set.
Right.
So even though you saw us 2 weeks ago, the next show is going to be totally different. It's going to be you're going to hear different songs that you didn't hear last set, and so we're still finagling with things and trying to learn what works. We're always learning.
No, it's cool because these bands you play the same 30-minute set and you get bored because you're like, if I play these 6 songs one more time, I'm not gonna hate them.
We're learning that people are getting bored. It's like I just like to play that. Why do I need to come 2 weeks later?
Yeah,
the important thing is listen to the fans because that's why we're playing the show. We're playing it for them, so it's what they want to hear because they're the ones listening to it.